broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track.
Stand for, or the I. And if you really think about it, marketing people and merchandising people, they've never been ROI people. That's the CFO's job. They've been measuring top line things. We're building sales. We're building awareness. There are lots and lots of things to measure. Once you decide what you want the program to be and you know what you want to have to succeed, then it becomes a little easier to measure engagement, to measure dozens of things. You know, first you create a mess. And that's what social media has done. It has disrupted every institution there is to disrupt. Now we're coming to the end of this wonderful period of disruption. And we're entering into a new period where I'd call it the age of normalization. And in normalization, you take social media out of the outlaw band, the skunk works band, and you put it in the mainstream of the company. And there it needs to fit in. It needs to worry about costs and return on costs. That doesn't mean it has to be a transactional measurement, but something needs to be measured. Everybody is going for the measurement before they know what they want to achieve with the business strategy. So they start with Twitter and say, oh, I have 182 followers. Oh, that's 183. Oh, I said something wrong. It's 181. Better not say something bad again. And they lose what made them interesting to begin with. But followers turns out not to be a particularly meaningful measurement in most cases. So once you're on Twitter for a while, you start saying, oh, maybe who I follow is more important because they're my newspaper. How do I measure that? I don't quite know that, but that's a different problem than the one I started with when I got here a week ago. So I'm giving you a very vague answer. It's a very complex question. It's a very short program.
Oh, yeah, and you did really good. Well, because it comes up all the time. And people
how would you measure me on my answer?
You did really good.
Thanks.
You did good. You should be in politics.
I'll try.
So this is T.R. Elliott's Burgonette. We put that in the wine club shipment. My wine club members, those of you outside of California, your wine is on a truck waiting to get to your house. So that is on its way. That particular wine only exists with 6 barrels of wine. That's all they made, 6 barrels of that. I mean, we're talking tiny, tiny production. So I suggest with all the wines that we sent you for your wine club shipment, that you test the wines, enjoy them now, you know, before the end of the holidays. You still have a few days that you can reorder. You'll get 25% off of 3 of the 4 wines we sent you. And you will be able to get that wine in time for Christmas or for your holidays, depending on what you're doing. And so take advantage of that, but do try the wines in the shipment because they are very special. Beautiful Pinot Noir, Russian River.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
Yeah, so Ted makes 2 single vineyard Pinot Noirs, then he makes a blend from the 2 single vineyards. So this is the single vineyard. And I get the luxury of tasting this on a regular basis, so I know this wine really well.
That's an argument for being in the wine industry.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, you know, I have to keep telling my staff that, no, this is a job that just happens to be fun, as opposed to a fun job.
If you keep pouring stuff like this, I'll come back every Tuesday night.
Got it. Yeah. Well, the cool thing is, those of you that don't know about Cellars of Sonoma, we're a collective now of 9 small production wineries. They make anywhere from 600 to several thousand cases. Very, very small production. Rising stars that you've never heard of. I do have Heidi Barrett's wine, and she's probably the most famous winemaker around.
She's a star.
And she's about as big in that world as you can get. But we've got some very small producers making fantastic wines, and we have price points from $15 all the way to $150. So we cover every aspect of the wine industry.
You know, that gives me a chance to tell a story, which
I like that.
I like to do. The wine industry actually got me into social media. And let me explain.
Wow.
In 1995,